Welcome all sports fans, everyone across the nation. This is Uneducated Sports Talk. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton, and we're here with the beautiful PJ, my co-host. How's it going, love? Said it's going well, y'all. We are here for the 2024-25 college football expanded playoffs, you guys. It goes from 4 to 12. We have two more years in the four-team format. After that, it'll go to 12 in 2024. But in this episode, we'll break down what if the expansion of teams were for this season. So we'll have our rules breakdown and which teams I figured will get in. It is my opinion of the seeding as well, so it is not going to be factual. That's my opinion on the seeds for this season's college football playoffs. If it were to 12 teams like 24 and 25 seasons going to be. Let's get into it, man. I'm happy about the change when the BCS was around. Hey, I felt bad for the third and fourth teams that didn't get in. In today's era, for the four-team playoffs, that 15 and 16, for the most times, I felt bad for them. Well, when we expanded 12 in 2 years, you're not going to feel bad for that 13 and 14 team. So it's going to feel right at home, and there are some wrinkles to add a little pizzazz and who gets in. I love all that. Before we get started, it look the college championship games mean something. The regular season means something, and shout out to the committee or whoever got this involved with the Rose Bowl saying, yes, we want to do it now. We're fine as long as our time slot is good and all that BS that the Rose Bowl goes to, right? Well, they agree with it now, and we have some great games on the way for that. And we're going to break down who all gets in and how. So here's your 2024-25 college football playoff rules to know for the expansion. One, 12 teams are in the playoffs. It goes from 4 to 12. We like that, right? Also, you have six championship automatic qualifiers. That means your championship football games in college football, the SEC, Big 10, Big 12, Pac 12, ACC, and your top non Power 5 conference champion will have automatic qualifiers in the playoffs. After that, you have your six at large bids, right? So the six best teams who did not win their conference championships, the committee will select those six teams. All right, our top four conference champions selected by the committee will have a first round bye. So just because you won a championship doesn't give you an automatic home game either, because seedings 5 through 12 will be selected pretty much at large style, right? At large style, who's going to be the top 8 teams and who will be the home team and the away team. So just because you won your championship doesn't make you the rightful owner. Like, say if Purdue would have beat Michigan this year, Purdue would have been 9-4 and maybe slightly ranked, but they would not have a home game because they would be placed at a lower ranking than the other squads. So keep that in mind. So the top four conference champions will have a first round bye. Seeds 5 through 12 will play in the first round. The higher seed will host 5 versus 12, 6 versus 11, 7 versus 10, and 8 versus 9. 5 through 8 will have a home playoff game, and right now in their own backyard for the first round. When we get to our second round, there will be a quarterfinals host between the Fiesta Bowl, Peach Bowl, Rose Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl. Those four places will have the destinations of the quarterfinal matchups. Now, we haven't gotten deeper to after that round what happens between the final four squads. I would imagine the higher seed taking on the lowest seed. And, I would imagine that. So, your top non-Power 5 team could be from the AAC, the Conference USA, MAC, whoever is the best non-top 5 power conference team will be that automatic qualifier, whoever wins their championship game, right? And then you have the SEC winner, Big 12 winner, Pac 12 winner, Big 10 winner, ACC winner as well. So a lot can go on. Like, for example, we had Purdue versus Michigan. If Purdue would have won, Purdue would be in the playoffs, and that would cause crazy chaos. I love that. Making the championship games actually freaking matter. Could you imagine Purdue in the playoffs and not ranked? That means one ranked team that is a Power Five team that should have got in. They're not getting in. So I love that aspect of the year. Um, and like I said, six at-large bids as well, man. The committee will go ahead and choose that. So if the 2024 season were actually played right now, let's get to my matchups, you guys. All right, here we go. Here are my matches right here. Uh, our first round buys, in my opinion, Georgia 1, Michigan 2, Utah 3, and Clemson 4. Why Utah? Utah, just a better team, in my opinion, than Clemson. Utah, a better team than Kansas State. Kansas State with the upset victory over TCU. Utah with the big dominating victory over USC. And I think that final game really let me know this Utah team is for real. And of course, you had Tulane as the AAC champions. They're going to be number 12. So our first round buys, Georgia, Michigan, that was automatic. Utah, I think the committee would have thought they're a better team than Clemson, but Clemson with a big win over North Carolina, that puts them number 4, right? Over Kansas State and over Tulane, for obvious reasons for Tulane. But Kansas State, big time victory, but I think slightly because the top 4 conference champions get a first round bye. The next 2 conference champions, oh well, good luck. Good luck, right? You're in the playoffs though. That's all that matters. Our first round match, I had the number 5 TCU Horned Frogs playing host to Tulane. So TCU, I think, is the best team that did not win their conference championship. Maybe people could argue Ohio State, and you could argue Alabama as well. But I'm gonna go with TCU at number 5, in my opinion. I think they would have won with that. TCU versus Tulane in the first round. Also, Ohio State taking on Penn State. 6 versus 11, another rematch of the Big Ten Conference. Should be a good one. And then we have number 7, Alabama, taking on number 10, USC. I like that matchup as well. Caleb Williams, the Heisman Trophy winner, taking on Alabama in that defense. And they're in the playoffs, so let's go, right? And then number 8, Tennessee, taking on number 9, Kansas State. Should be in a victory for Kansas State, as Tennessee doesn't have their star quarterback in Hendon Hooker. So these would be interesting matchups. I would have loved to see that. We won't get it for another 2 years, you guys. I would have loved to see that. So basically, the winner of TCU and Tulane would take on Clemson. The winner of Ohio State and Penn State would take on Utah. The winner of Alabama and USC would take on Michigan, and the winner of Tennessee and Kansas State would take on Georgia. That's how it goes. And I believe it might be higher seed versus the lower seed when it's all said and done. But I think about it like TCU versus Clemson. Come on now. Ohio State versus Utah, that would be a great matchup. Alabama taking on Michigan. Who doesn't want to see that? Those 2 powerhouses going off Big Ten SEC style. And then Kansas State taking on Georgia. Sign me up. I love the rules. I love how it's done. Hope you guys love it as well. Let me know in the comment section, what do you like about the playoff rules, and what do you do not like? And who would be your teams in this year's playoffs? Let your boy know in the comment section down below. We're out of here, y'all. For your homeboy Carlos Clayton, this is my homegirl PJ. We are the host of Uneducated Sports Talk, all sports fans. You guys know what time it is. You gotta stay smart, stay uneducated. Peace. Later, mama. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you feel about the playoffs? Let me know right now. We out of here, y'all. Peace.